everybody,
weekend.
welcome back to the Artist Coaching Podcast. Another Wednesday, another stream, as always. Already see Josh coming into the chat. What's up?
Hey, let's go.
Like full-time fan?
Full-time fan. There's a full FTF.
FTF, full-time fan. Yeah,
Amazing.
we should make shirts. FTF. AC FTF.
You're my FTFs.
Here, look, guys. I have my favorite cup. Can you see it like this?
What's in the cup? Ik zie niks. The fuck?
Tuurlijk.
How?
For the people not watching, there's a cup and it has a pig in. It looks like a normal cup. It has a pig on the bottom glued to it.
It is.
Are you
pretty
drinking
cool.
water or?
It's agua. Si,
Agua.
senor.
It's cool if you drink coffee out of that because then you don't see it, and out of nowhere there's a pig in your
Pig
water.
in the mud. And
Ta-da!
if you drink chocomel from it, it's like a pig in the mud.
What?
If you drink chocolate milk from it.
Yeah, chocomel. Sissemel.
We're still looking for sponsors, so we're naming as many
Yeah.
brands as we can. in
Exactly.
one,
All unrelated. What's up,
Imagine
Sensonic?
we get sponsored by Chocomel.
Dude,
That'd be pretty cool.
I'm a sucker for chocomel. Like I love it.
I even like the plant-based one.
Even the plant-based one. Holy
Yeah.
shit. The 0% sugar
So-
one, all the versions.
So Ralph will have the 0% sugar one, Joe will have the normal one, and I
Have-
have the plant-based one.
Have you ever had the pure version?
No.
Ooh, the dark one.
The dark side.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah.
Well, winter is coming, so
Exactly.
chocolate milk also is incoming with some whipped cream, of course.
Some rum.
Nice. No, I never drink chocolate milk, to be honest. But you guys made this sale. I'm now craving for chocolate milk.
Dude, chocolate
How
milk.
it works, man. Pay us chocolate milk. We got you a new
Yeah,
customer.
this is about 2 minutes of ad, so that's
Only
about.
it's too expensive, so I never really buy it. No, but I don't. That's not the reason I don't buy it. I just like to stick to water and coffee mostly.
Yeah, me too.
And if I drink too much other stuff that is really good, like chocolate milk, please sponsor us. I like water is the best.
Let's get into this. I have tried drinking tea so many times in my life, but I just can't enjoy it. It's a dull drink to me.
I like tea.
Yeah?
Yeah, when I'm on the couch at night and I want to have something different than water, I often make a cup of tea.
Same.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've tried many different tastes, many different times. I don't know, like it's just not for me, I guess.
I love tea, especially the ones with cinnamon. And then when it's towards Christmas, and then you drink cinnamon-based tea. There's several. Oh, it's so good.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and I only dip the little basket thingy with the tea in it just a few times, not too much, or else it gets too
Too dark.
too much flavor. And it's
Yeah.
just like hot water with a little bit of flavor. Yeah, what's not
Okay.
to like?
Good tip. Good tip for tea drinkers.
Well,
Hey-
but you like strawberry. Then if you like strawberry and you like hot water, then
Our kids drink that, like strawberry tea, but I prefer ginger tea. That's what I do like.
you look like somebody who likes ginger tea.
like full on healthy, like mint and ginger tea.
Yes.
Yeah, that's me.
I always have rooibos, and I have no clue
I
what it
love
would be
rooibos.
in English.
What's exactly
because it's
what's-
not red bush.
Rooibos doesn't have caffeine in it, I think. It's just a herb, right?
Oh.
No, but it's actually called rooibos because it's a plant from South Africa which is called rooibos. But
Hey,
Now you know.
now you know.
You learn every day on the
Yeah,
Artist
exactly.
Coaching Podcast. Please
Yeah.
follow and
anyway,
subscribe.
can we start?
Oh, do you know those Insta pages? And well, but how do you know? I know this because I follow, and then they have this guy or a girl, mostly guys. Guys are stupider.
Nope, don't know it.
Oh yeah, you know it. Jopke knows.
Not really, actually.
No.
I don't know an exact example, but
Like these financial tips guys, and then they gonna like it's like oh, but you could do this. You could do this, and so. But how do you know? Well, it's because I follow this and that guy. Yeah.
Oh,
Just
never seen it.
just
No,
stupid ads, basically.
shit. It's in my algorithm then.
Yeah.
It's me who's stupid.
Talking
Fuck.
about TikTok, can we congrat Ralph with going viral on TikTok a couple of times?
Whoa! We are
Ralph.
also recording this with a live audience. So
Exactly.
No, we're doing really well.
Yeah, man.
Consistency is the
I'm
key.
gonna look it up.
But the consistency is paying off.
Yes, it is. And
But-
also good music, of course.
Yeah, because we were just briefly talking about it before we went live. But I still remember like 3-4 months ago, we talked about TikTok and you mentioning like it's just not really popping off for us. It's not really a thing because Instagram is still rapidly growing for you. But now it kind of seems to turn, right?
Wow.
Oh yeah, Instagram is still growing. And we're crawling towards that million count. But TikTok is we just looked it up. I think 5 months ago we were hanging around 60,000 followers, and you can see the last 4 to 5 months we grow first with 8,000, then 16,000, and
There's
then
one with
20,
1 million
30,
views,
40.
Ralph.
5
Sorry?
million.
There's one with 1.4 million views.
Now, if you look correctly, there's we pinned 3 of them, and one already has
Yeah, I
over
know,
5
but
million.
that's the one from 6 days ago. So that's a lot of views in 6 days.
Yeah, it goes really quickly, and we have just. At some point, the one with the track, we can also notice it's a lot of the success hangs on the track, if that gains traction or
I
not.
I was gonna say something that would sound maybe mean, but that one with 1.4 million views, I'm like, the footage itself, it's like, let's say it's very good, but it's like standard show footage
Mm-hmm.
with
Mhm.
that track under it. So it must be the music that's like a lot
Yeah,
of the
it's definitely the
success.
music that gains traction. I always think that you have to have a certain level of footage. I mean, if you can't show a party, then it's just not working, you know.
No.
So
You know what I think could work for that video? Because I'm now looking at it muted.
Yeah.
And what kind of grabbed my attention is the subtitles. Because
Right.
it's weird, like up
True.
thing, body.
Also that,
And you start wondering, like, I know the song, because I know what he's saying. But if you don't know
Yeah.
the song, you're probably like, let's unmute it because what the fuck's happening here?
I know it's the song and it's the official lyrics that are
Yeah.
on the internet that we put over it. But to be
I
honest,
thought it was the joke of the TikTok. I thought it was quite funny.
yeah, it is funny because the official lyrics are funny. That's the joke. And
What's the joke?
the official lyrics. They are funny.
I thought Bassjackers made the joke of like, hey, what if you sing this out loud? You will write it like this.
No,
But
yeah, the
apparently
first.
that's how the official lyrics are written. So it's not a joke, but it's still funny.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know, but that's the joke.
I once did that with a track. It's kind of before the TikTok era, maybe. My track Aliens. I like made a video clip of a guy doing karaoke.
Mm-hmm.
You can look it up. It's I don't know if it's funny, but I thought it was funny back then. And it's like it goes like this. And it's like and it's like he's doing karaoke with those lyrics.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
that's funny.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I thought it was
You
quite
should
funny.
repost it again and make it like a new TikTok from it.
Yes, but then
Well,
I
Do
was
you know
thinking
that
about that with all the
Ray
songs.
Volp? I don't know how to pronounce it. He has a track with it. It goes da 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 da. You can just hear him sing that, and then he drops with that, and it really goes off live. It's insane.
I was thinking about making TikToks of older tracks, but then it's not the tracks where I'm like super excited about still now, you know?
Mm.
So I kind of want to.
Do you guys ever reuse content? So, like post it several times or...
No, we started playing the TikTok game and be really conscious about what we post and how often we post and what we want to show. What like has some core values we want to show. It's what we do, what we're about, what you can expect when you come to a party where we're playing, and that stuff. We also wanted to showcase that we just do a shitload of music because we do a lot, and yeah, really starting to work out. We have now several successful ones, and like I was telling, it's mostly the music that carries the success because you can see it happening to the same tracks all over again. It was the Artemis
Mm-hmm.
I Like the Way You Kiss Me bootleg that has like maybe even 10 videos that do over 1 million views. Then it started with the Blah 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 remake, and now also we have a song with a alarm clock, and that really goes off. It's been reposted in like I don't know how many videos, and people are really like when I click on it and see whoever posted it. The next one is the Techno Granddad. He has like 228,000 likes on that video with our song in it, so that's
Mm.
being viewed a lot. Then I see some really ridiculous, attractive girls in a car dancing to it. I wish I would be in that car. Hi, lovely wife of
Aren't you
mine.
married?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Huh?
am. That's why I say, hi, lovely wife of mine.
you
She's not
wish to be
listening,
in there.
I hope. And no, but they have like 150,000 likes, so it really goes quickly. And there's several of them. Yeah, it goes really well.
I must say,
And
looking at your timeline, I would still miss some sort of personality because it's all live footage. I would
yeah,
definitely try to implement some of the you and Marlon, like just face in the studio or on tour or whatever.
the
I
thing
think
is,
that's
you're
fun, but
right,
I
but
think
that's not TikTok. That's
you know what?
Instagram.
I think that would be fun, but yeah, I agree a bit with Ralph there because I think it would be fun. But from TikTok, you're like, I kind of get a picture of what kind of music they are making
Hmm.
and what their show would look like, and that could be like, hey, Bassjackers playing in town. I want to go see it because I want to sing up thin, a bit up thin, whatever
Hmm. Yeah,
live.
And
So I
what I
get
that
do
makes
I get
sense.
do
that.
sometimes is post these kind of things, and when I make new music, I just post it on TikTok and see how people will react. And yeah,
Okay,
we're
okay.
also doing a lot more with SoundCloud now because we have so much music. We just pump it out through SoundCloud. We just last week we uploaded the track Drugs, yeah, because we didn't want to wait to for the whole Spotify release uh, pipeline
Pipeline.
that just takes so much time. One of our last tracks called fuck me, I don't even know how it's called.
It's a weird title.
That's yeah, well, it's actually an interesting title.
Fuck me, I don't know how it's
Alibi,
called.
Alibi. It didn't do so well, but at the time we made it, there was like maybe January, December. I know it was cold, and then it releases in August, but it's not per se a timeless track. It was nice in that era, and then you have to wait for it to come out,
Hmm.
and then it just tanks, because the timing
Man,
is not there anymore.
that sounds so like um, that's so annoying about the big industry at this moment because I
Yeah.
think posting on SoundCloud is such a good move. That was what we all did. We didn't care about. Of course, you wanted to sign with a big label, but you were sharing your music, going out on forums. Probably now people are doing it on Discord. Here's my music. Check out my music. You got it heard the same day you made it, and that's what you want because I think also when you plan a release, you can lose the oh yeah, what did I like about that track?
Yeah, the momentum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
True.
So it's SoundCloud is getting good again, I think.
Talking about like the problems of the big companies in this industry. Did you guys see the post of James Blake last week?
Well, I did see it because you sent it in our group chat. So
Oh, I forget it already. What was it again?
so spontaneous of Joey.
Yeah,
I
I
love
was
it.
trying to play like it didn't happen, but then you ruined it. Thank you. Holy
We're
shit.
all real here, man. No, but
Yeah.
I like how you played that, but
For
it's
everyone
also funny
listening,
to
we have
call you
this
out.
group chat where during the week we kind of throw in messages that we see, and somebody goes on a rage, yes or no, and then we try to, and then we try to
Guilty as charged.
postpone it to the podcast. But this is one of those topics. as in James Blake. For those who don't know the guy, great artist, one of the gems of this
One of the
century,
big ones.
I would say. I think he does a lot of live stuff as well, right, on stage.
I heard his name. I know his face, but I don't exactly know
Oh, you should
what he
check his
does
album.
musically.
I think it's the album is called Overgrown, or if it's just the title of the song.
But get to the point, Joey, because our listeners are eagerly
Yeah,
waiting.
yeah, yeah,
What's
yeah,
I'm
about
yeah.
this
trying to
James
get their
Blake guy?
attention, man. Then building the span, building the span.
The
No,
spanning.
the spanning. No, um, if you've seen the post of James Blake, like he actually did multiple posts this week, but the first one I sent to you guys was a number of like typed stuff in his I think notification app or something, and it was like an explanation of, hey guys, if you want to stay up to date with my shows and with my releases and all those things, please send your email, I think, to my website or something. And then a
Yeah,
whole
click a link and
yeah, because then a whole
yeah.
story came like, because I just simply don't reach you guys anymore. I don't know how to get to you anymore without yeah, doing ridiculously expensive advertisements. But his whole point was, we are all becoming much too dependent on third party people, right? So
Yep.
Instagram, TikTok, like Ralph, like you mentioned, you already almost have like 1 million people on Instagram. What's the chance of you reaching all those million people when there's a new song out, right? Which is, I get it from a commercial standpoint from Meta, but for you, it doesn't make sense. Those people all opted in to be updated about your music and your shows and stuff, and you can't reach them. So we've been through this rodeo a couple of times now. It started with Hives, then we went to Facebook, then we went to Instagram, and we've been building massive fan bases there. And constantly, you lose all those people, and you need to bring them to a new platform, and
It's
it's getting
it,
tiring.
yeah,
And what he kind of said, like, is, I want to get back into the power seat again, own my own data, own my own fan base, so that if I have something to say about my show or music, I can reach you guys. And that's a trend that you see happening more and more, I would say, like the
with
independent.
artists that already gained a following
Yeah,
through these
true.
platforms
That's
because
something we can talk
yeah,
about. As in,
yeah,
the biggest challenge, obviously, is building the fan base, right? And that's what those guys have done over the back of those platforms. So
yeah.
that makes sense. But still, if you are building, you want to make sure that even if you don't have that much of a fan base yet, you want to make sure that you kind of lock those people in. So make sure to get like an email list, as simple as that, right? An email list, for example, or like phone numbers or something that you can directly reach them.
Yeah, that's always smart. And I think it's a smart decision of James Blake, who has a I assume a big following already.
Yeah, yeah, he's
And now he even made like the headlines, and like BBC News interviewed him,
yeah,
stuff like
exactly.
that.
He
So
also went there
that's pretty
live.
cool. What I do think is quite difficult with this is, as a fan or as a just random person, you kind of want to see what's popular.
Mm,
So you go to the place like, hey, where's all the popular stuff? Where's the main pop culture? It's on Instagram, it's on TikTok.
yeah,
So it's then like, how are you gonna find someone like that? That's very difficult. And yes, maybe he will be popular with his fans, but it's for people, it's still very interesting. If someone is famous, that means he's popular in many places or
mhm.
around the world, or maybe on Instagram, and that's interesting for people as well. So not having that, that's something that's difficult too. It's like,
Yeah. I
if you
think
go to Ibiza, that's where all the cool clubs are. So if you're playing there, hey, that's cool. Let's go see who it is. He's playing Ibiza. But if you're playing on another island in a club, people are like, yeah, but that's not Ibiza. It's like,
Yeah, but I think the crux where we are at in the music industry right now is that, on one hand, you can leverage the reach of those platforms, like Ralph is doing hugely now. Like, you can leverage the platforms to reach new people, which is insane, and you should definitely do. But the use of social media that we had, as in getting followers and being able to reach those followers, that whole thing is gone because all the algorithms are built on interest based right now and not following based. So I think you can definitely still use the platforms to build your following, but you need to implement kind of like a system in between where you can lock in the real followers, the real fans. And that's for now, I would say that is a Discord, a mail list, a phone number list, like something where you can reach them directly. And preferably a place where you own the data yourself, but that's pretty hard, to be honest. But I think that's something to think about as an artist, because if tomorrow Instagram decides we're gonna cut the reach, which they do every now and then, you're fucked. And same goes for TikTok, and same goes for X and for Threads. And
Yeah, I think that's also something to understand, because I always also thought like, oh, I can't even reach my audience. Instagram is cutting all the reach, and you kind of feel like a victim of the
yeah,
evil big corporate. But it's more like a thing. What do users want, and what do they find interesting? That's what Instagram steers on, or
yeah,
bases their algorithm on. So it's not to hinder your reach. It's just like, hey, we want to optimize how users, how much time they spend on the platform.
yeah. It makes sense
So
from
yeah.
Instagram's point of view, but
Yeah, but I say this because I hear a lot of artists always say like, yeah, and I don't even reach my followers. I have 500,000 followers and I reach like 10%, but that's just because, yeah, they apparently don't find you interesting enough
yeah.
to pop back on their feed. So it's kind of,
And what I also do,
do followers matters is the question. Do a lot of followers still matter if you can go viral with 3 followers? That's maybe
They
an
matter.
interesting one.
what do you mean? Like,
Do you still need followers, a lot of them, to become popular?
no,
That's the real question. I mean, followers are now also like it always follows. If you have a viral video, you will get more followers.
Chicken or
But
the
it's like,
egg.
yeah,
but you don't. I think you can go viral without any followers
yeah,
these days because it's algorithm based. It's interest based. Sorry. So that means that the video gets shown to people who might be interested in your content,
yeah,
following
yeah,
or
yeah.
not.
Hmm.
And then the algorithm decides like, hey, there people are really interested, and it starts spreading it. But it might help because the first kind of test of the track might reach more people because you already have a following. um, yeah, but I don't think it's that necessary anymore. But I think it's a good idea as an artist these days to kind of think about um, a plan B, as in, okay, it's great that I have socials, it's great that I can build my fans there and reach new people, but what happens if
Yeah,
Instagram dies over the next 5 years?
yeah,
Because
and I think
we've seen that before, so why not?
true artists are not too scared of losing a TikTok or an Instagram, because it's also always funny to me if they're like, yeah, TikTok is gonna quit in the US. You know, it's still, I think, pending or something, and people are like, yeah, but I make my living out of. That's what you are saying, Joe. You shouldn't do. You shouldn't be that dependent on it. And also, I think if you're an artist or a creator, trust that creator part of you. That's very important,
I
because
have
I
to
think
say,
TikTok is now popular. Maybe in 10 years, TikTok's gone. Vine was very popular. It's gone. So yeah, make sure you. Yeah,
talent remains, man. Talent
Yeah,
remains.
but you
yeah, but
still have to.
talent pay doesn't always pay the bills, man.
Yeah, but you also have to. It's all about reach, right? Like you can still be talented and make a living from it, but if you don't reach the people, because your platform where you had a lot of reach kind of died out and there's no one there. So, and on a new platform, you don't have any new reach because you still have to build it. Your career kind of goes like this, right? You constantly have to rebuild everything. While if in a perfect situation, I would say you want to do this. Like you've built your foundation on Facebook.
Life ain't perfect, man.
No, but you can do it because you can build your base on Facebook, keep building
There's
on it.
always ups and downs, man.
There's always ups and downs.
Oh, you guys.
To be honest, I think this whole discussion is really uninteresting. And
Why?
basically, you're a you're a person who makes music, and there's a
Ralph would
world
not
going
listen to
around.
this podcast.
Am I like a pixel again?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, but why do you think it's unimportant? Because I think
Oh,
especially
it's
you in
uninteresting.
your situation, I think it's definitely smart to think about this.
Yeah, but dude, how much time do I have to put in to make real connections? Basically, I'm just a big ass nerd making kick ass music in a studio. People listen to it and they can come to a show. It's pretty plain and simple. And around that, we just do some stuff we like and interact, of course. But I'm not gonna make like another job out of it to make certain connections, and that's not what I'm about. And everybody, if you want to do it, fine by me. But that's not what it's about
No,
for
I get
me.
it, but the problem is that those people come to your shows now
Yeah,
because they've seen you on TikTok or on Instagram.
yeah,
If that
and it's a
stops,
wise choice of them.
so if that stops, if they don't see your content anymore and you're not top of mind
Yeah,
anymore,
but
they won't come.
10 years ago there was no TikTok. It will always change, and yeah, that will always be a hassle
Yeah,
to
but that's
reach
what
the
I'm saying.
people.
It's
Yeah.
changing again, and you
No,
need to
because
adapt.
if you make your own platform, of you have your own Discord, and then Discord will be gone, or people will
Yeah, yeah.
dislike Discord, and there will always be that change. So, what I actually agree with Jobke, if you have that challenge, talent, yeah, I really agree with him. I
Second
know.
time in a row. What's
Yeah.
happening?
No, but trust your
You
talent
get
and
the the
make the
very
most
good
out of the world.
millennial heart.
I mean, there was this question of an interview we got, and it was like also it's a bit different from this, but AI, friend or foe? Well, did you also get that question, by the way, Jopke?
What?
Okay, then I know something about you.
Yeah, exactly.
And no, it asked AI, friend or foe. In my opinion, it's a friend because especially dance music, electronic dance music, revolves really a lot around technological advancement. So just embrace it and make the most cool, weird shit you can. And also with socials and everything around, of course, you got to be uh, in tune with what's going around in the world around that and make the most out of it and use all those tools. But man, I can't be asked to make that one of my core
Priorities.
professions.
Yeah.
I
I
get
have the
that.
same. I have the same. I think what's important is I focus on my art. I focus on my music. That comes first. Then yes, I will need to navigate the world of TikTok and Instagram and like maybe my email, maybe SoundCloud. But what has to come first is the music has to be on point, and
Yeah, but
that's
that doesn't change.
you can.
That doesn't
No,
have.
but I mean that's where I think a focus should lie, and I think that's why James Blake, yeah, he already had that. So he already has that. So if you're starting out, I'm not sure if you should focus on, um,
No, but
yeah,
I
I
don't
mean that
think
much
I
on
don't think it's that much of a thing because it's literally just opening your own email database and posting once a week, once a month, whenever whatever you prefer. Like, hey, if you see this and if you follow me, please
Yeah.
write your email here.
No, no, but
That's
I
about it.
also agree. Like a monthly mailing list or whatsoever, that's it's not a big issue to do and whatsoever. I mean, some Felt's platform we're still at it. It also started out with this mission,
Yeah.
but in the end, if we wanted to push a message to everybody, we still had to pay.
Because
Yeah,
it's a third party and you want to kind of find a way to get rid of those third parties. It's not completely get rid of
yeah,
them because you want to utilize them whenever possible, but you want to
mhm.
have a plan B, like an extra option in
Yeah. But
there.
my plan B is to continue making kick-ass music,
yeah. I think
so
that's
people
yeah,
will find me all the same every time again.
Hmm.
But that's the hard
so
part,
yeah.
eh?
Yeah, but the problem is, what if people are not capable, not able to find you because the algorithms don't show it to them?
No, but I'm more focused of other DJs playing our music.
I I feel like the
Um,
whole question is like and the whole issue is a what if issue, and if you're get stuck on those, which happens throughout everyone's
Mhm.
life and career, you get stuck and you can't focus on what you should focus on, I think.
I'm
no,
not
but
sure.
there's also this correlation between what does well on the socials and what gets picked up, because everything that does well on our socials also gets picked up by all the big guys, and not all of them, but mostly like Hardwell, Armin van Buren, just name it, Stevie Aoki, Demi and Mike. They all play those tracks that are doing well on our socials, and so there's also a big correlation in between. Then it must be good. I'm just saying it.
Yeah, but it's the wisdom of the crowd, you mean?
Well, maybe
Um,
yeah, but eventually, if you make that good shit and people will support it, and you don't have the following, then the following will come again. But if you make shitty music, nobody will play,
I
and
think that
nobody will
I think that
interact.
doesn't change. As in, the music will always be the fundament of things. But we live in a world where you unfortunately have to do more than just make music. That's what we talk about every
Oh,
week.
this
We have two questions in the Discord, production related questions. One is from Jelly Boner. Uh,
And that's not the best boner you can have.
I don't know. Do you guys have any tips for creating decent breakdowns? Versus, I'm really good at making drops, build-ups, and climaxes, but I struggle to make less energy heavy parts with a theme that complement the drop and also sound full and have depth like the drop does. For some reason, it always sounds disconnected, like the break and the drop sounds disconnected. Is there a tip?
Yeah, practice, practice. Recreate what yeah, tracks do have those connected breakdowns.
But is there like a something you can do to make it sound like one song? Or
Yeah, I get it. In EDM era, big room era, we had those breakdowns. You were just gluing two drops together, but sometimes it just didn't make sense. But you want to make a track out of it because yeah, you're not gonna release only a drop.
Mhm.
And then it can feel disconnected because you're just trying to glue it together, but uh, you can only just try and look at those records that do that are successful in that respect. Yeah, and why are they successful in that respect?
Are there like small things like implementing the melody with a different synth or sound
Yeah, it
in the
could
drop?
work. Take the top melody, make chords under it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there's also so much stuff done. It's always hard to do still. And also, what do you want? People don't play the breaks. They never used to play those breaks. If they would play, let's say, mariachi of us, usually they would just play the first drop and be done with it.
Okay.
The break was more for the track, to make it keep it entertaining. That was actually a good one. That had uh, the drop melody in the break and make something cool out of it.
Yeah, people really DJs care about the drop. And if you really like a drop and hate a break, you're gonna make a mashup. You find some other break and use the drop only, which happens also a lot when I listen to promos. But um, it's I mean it's always hard when you have this track where you have a break and not a drop, and the other way around. That's always very difficult. So yeah, sometimes that happens a lot actually. Sometimes you really just feel like, hey, this should go there, and that's going to be kind of the drop. If you have a really good drop, what you can try is that's just a maybe a simple method. Have the key of the track, and in that key, just let's say maybe even play that note on the piano, build chords around it, use and then use different instruments to like a piano for the chords, and then add a pad, maybe some like, and you just fill it up. You just add like different elements that all fit to that key, sound good with it. That's a tip to get you like going
Yeah,
on a
but I
break.
think they probably know they have to keep in the same key as the drop.
No, well, some people don't know that, but it's what
Okay.
I'm saying is like
Yeah, but
in
he
that
You don't.
mentioned that
he
he has really good builds, really good drops. So
well still he might say that, but I thought I made
okay,
amazing music when I just started, but
yeah, it was
if I listen to it
implied
now.
to stay in the same key, or else you will get a hard
I'm not
time.
saying the same thing, but from there, make a chord progression. From that chord progression, build it out into more instruments, different instruments like a piano,
But to be
strings, or
honest,
pads.
a lot of the demos we get, that's the main thing that's also really hardest, but also is being done quite a lot, is that you can just feel like, okay, he made a cool drop, and now he tried to, or she made try to make a track out of it,
Yeah,
and then just yeah, feels like something they're filling up
like
moments in time.
two
Yeah,
separate
Hmm.
songs. Yeah, and
Well,
is
that's gonna happen, but I think you should still try maybe that method. There's many methods, but I also think it depends what DJs you're making the track for, or for your own show, whatever. Some breaks do really matter. If you look at like Eric Prydz, a lot of it is from the breaks from a lot of his big songs. So also, if you want to make a track supported by me or Bassjackers, I think the drop is more important. If you want a track supported by, or build your own live show, maybe the break is more important. It really depends also.
hmm,
But yeah, the way of thinking is try, and then what you don't want is what Ralph just said. You don't want it to sound disconnected, but that is gonna happen every now and then. Maybe look for a collab, someone who does good breaks.
that's what
That's also
mariachi was about.
yeah, I did
yeah,
that with Munster
yeah,
as well. I had a break, but I couldn't fix the drop. No, I had a drop, but I couldn't fix the break.
yeah.
Works.
That's what Ralph had the drop for El Mariachi, and he's like, Jobke, come to Tilburg.
No, it was actually a remix for Steve Aoki, but he didn't
Oh, true,
approve. And then he started playing a mariachi. Cool.
amazing.
Hey, Steve.
Another track, production related. In your most recent projects, do you usually sidechain the reverb to duck when the leads are playing? Do you use volume automation on the reverb? And do you sometimes use both techniques at once?
Sorry, again.
Like, do you use sidechain on the reverb to kind of duck when the melody is playing?
Hmm.
Or do you use volume automation on the reverb to kind of go, I guess, a little bit more?
Yeah, I use quite a lot of the Cashmere reverb now, and you can actually automate it,
Hmm.
and it does it work for you. If you really have like really plucky things, then I usually also set the reverb on a separate channel, and then you can also steer that the first. Don't always want the reverb to go also over the really plucky first part. So then you send in the volume, or the you put it in, you automate the send, and then it sends just a moment later when the first pluck is. Then you get reverb only over the rest of the tail.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Okay.
usually I like it to duck when the melody is playing. Yeah, yeah, man, there's so many ways around it. Just find yourself any tool that can make sure that it just the reverb just ducks. You can even automate it. Just draw it in if you like. That's quite a hassle, but
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
I
Okay.
think
P
yeah, it
controller.
depends. It depends on the lead. What I like about the Kickstart plugin, Kickstart 2, if you link it to a MIDI channel and then you have like the notes, you just copy like let's say the lead melody in a MIDI, and then it will duck every time the note starts, and then you can set like the sidechain to really short or longer depending on what you want. But yeah, this you always do this on a separate
No,
reverb
but you can
channel.
use a
So
P controller. Then it will
yeah, no,
just
yeah, but
take
like
the whole
yeah,
sound. Yeah.
Kickstart is just one
Yeah.
example.
Okay. Perfect. Let me check the stream. Let me. Jay, where can I get a promo to you for Inspire Radio?
Well, I'm currently you can still send it to my website hardway.com. But I am also I just need to think of a good way. What would be the best for demos because I haven't found the perfect solution yet. So
Okay.
maybe that's something to think about. On my Discord as well. Yeah, I have an
Okay.
email address, but it's getting too many spam accounts already. So
I want to close off with a new news related thing regarding ADE. We've officially sold out the first batch of tickets, which was originally the full batch of tickets. So that's good news. But we've also added another extra few tickets because the room is big enough to kind of extend. So we've added 10 more tickets to the event. So if you're still on the verge of should I go, should I not go, make sure to make your decision quick because I can't promise that the tickets will be here next week. So
Should I stay or should I go?
exactly. So if you're on the verge of making a decision, make your decision as soon as possible. We already have a nice group of people from all over the world, and we have some nice guests coming in. So that's going to be a nice event for you to be. That's about it for me. Anything to shill from you guys?
well, there's this post from this guy.
Let us know. Wait,
um,
wait. Let us know your thoughts because we don't necessarily do this every now and then, but we have people live in the chat, obviously. But if you're listening to this afterwards on Spotify, you can leave comments on Spotify, by the way,
Oh,
um,
that's cool.
and you can also leave comments on YouTube. So if you have an opinion on one of the topics that we talked about or about a post that we did, feel free to send it in the DM or reply underneath it. We'll try to respond to it as well. So yeah, the post of Jay will be shielded, I guess. Any new releases?
nope, not for me.
Yeah, we just released Set Me Free, and it's out on all portals. And the 11th of October, blah blah blah, will be released. And
But
the
it,
alarm clock song will be released. I think 1st of November.
which one is blah blah blah?
Up and up
Oh, is that one called blah blah blah?
Yep,
Okay. Is that originally or is it your title?
it's a remake. And then the alarm clock song, which will be called "Wake the Fuck Up," will be out on 1st of November. And then we have another one, a remake of Boadicea, but it's actually a whole new song called Great Escape will be coming the 15th of November. But
Cool.
also www.soundcloud.com/bassjackers. All new shit right there.
And there's a tip for you, Jopke from
Yeah,
Melodramatic.
I saw a track stack.
Track stack, yeah, 100% for demos. You could check it
I'm gonna
out.
check it out.
Bye bye.
Bye.